Hey, Mike and Ray here. Want to welcome everyone. We just wanted to touch base here. I know a lot of things are going on last, I don't know, 48, 72 hours has been a little crazy.
Yeah, definitely. The amount of work we had over the last 3 days to put everything together.
Yeah.
Yesterday we went to the studio around 12. We finished maybe around 5. No,
And
actually
then
6, I think it was.
then post-production.
Yeah, and then we went to the editor with footage, and we were using green screen. So the green screen rendering for the first hour of footage was 4.5 hours of rendering. Plus there was a ton of setup work and everything that he did before that. So we had scheduled 7 hours for them to put the footage together and get it ready for us to upload. And that was, I guess, not realistic.
Yeah. Yeah.
So no way for us to know it because we had spoken to them about, what they were doing, but it's the green screen rendering that apparently takes over 4.5 hours with a very sophisticated system. And that's when they're taking the footage and it's actually creating the video from marrying the green screen technology to the footage. So that being said,
Because what happened was Micah talked too much. No, I'm just kidding. So there's hours upon hours of rendering. No, but it was a lot of information to cover.
Well,
It was
it's because we're not just one service, one product, one company. We're like 18 companies. We have several things going on,
Yeah.
all at the same time. So the amount of content and the amount of information to answer all the questions for everyone, that's what it takes.
It's the ultimate update.
Yeah, it's just a massive amount of information.
For you greens out there, your head's
And
just
then
gonna
hopefully
explode.
you guys will have the time to go through it because we get a lot of questions from people who are not plugged in,
Yeah.
and these are things that we share continuously, and they don't hear it, they miss it, and that causes some friction and everything. So this is really for us to just sort of give it all at one shot and set some time aside. Most of you and what you have and what you own with the company, it's definitely worth it because it's going to discuss and talk about everything that you need to know about your position as an owner with us. So what we're doing now is we did get the first parts sent over just now, a few minutes ago. So we don't want to give you a time, but it's not going to be 6 o'clock. I think we had it for hour 6 o'clock.
Yeah, we had it for
9
9 a.m. Pacific
9 a.m.
time.
Pacific. So it's
Might
not
be
going to be 9
might
a.m.
be a couple hours later, but we're trying to
Well, it
get
will definitely be a couple hours later. It's just how much later it will be.
Yeah.
We don't want to give you the exact yet because there's upload times. There's still some work that needs to be done. So once we have that, then we will give you that and we'll give you a couple hours to get ready for it.
Yeah.
And we do apologize. It's we're going fast. Information going to the editor, coming back through another person, and they didn't know we were doing green screen. So their amount of time that they gave us was completely off because they had no idea what the project was. They didn't know how long it was. Usually when he works, he does like 5 or 10 minute video.
Yeah, not
This not 3 hours.
yeah.
So anyway, that's that. But we do have some things to share on this call because there was a couple of things that we left out on the main call. So we wanted to actually do that now for you. So you have at least something this morning. So
Yeah. Well, before we get into that, we haven't done a recognition video in a while.
recognition. Okay.
So a few people did have leveled up into the 1-star position. So we want to start with that first. So we have 5 people that have leveled up to 1-star. Congratulations. These are individuals who have sold more than $50,000 worth of products.
Amazing.
From Miracle. Yeah,
Amazing.
it's awesome. Awesome. So why don't you do the first one?
So first one is James Harley. Congratulations.
Congratulations, James. Second, John Stahl.
John Stahl.
Congratulations, John.
And then Joanna Hardelin. Congratulations.
Edward Dozier. Hope I'm saying that right.
And last but
Dozier.
not least, Mark Brown. So
congratulations to the brand new 1-star. Welcome,
5 new 1-stars.
welcome to the club. Hopefully you'll be joining us in a few weeks out in Las Vegas, some special recognitions, a special banquet dinner. I know a lot of you have gotten the invitations in the mail from us, so don't forget to RSVP through the code on the invitation. So
great.
Yep.
So okay, let me do a quick screen share here on what we will cover on, in addition on this little mini update. All right, so let's start off with number one. In Vegas in 2022,
Our first
there
event.
was a celebrity was there helping us to surprise everyone with a digital asset. And that was a fantastic moment where everyone was cheering, and we were giving basically we were giving a point of sale machine which had a percentage of all the transactions that happens on the machine, so you could be the person to receive that. So now that we're looking at to perform on that, because we moved sort of away from that original model, because of, you know, as things evolve, things change. So instead of a POS, and what we've then decided to do is to award everyone with a mini node, which will be much equivalent to a POS, and it will be very consistent pay on that, and the upside is unlimited. So that is actually then a total of 806 mini nodes that will be awarded to everyone. Is there another? Oh, that's on the other here. Okay, so that's actually a gift from the company that totals out to $292,000 of a gift from the company to all who attended and were in Vegas.
Because the 806 includes, you know, some of the promos we did, whatnot. There was
that's what I'm looking at this number. I'm like, we didn't have 806 people.
No, I see. You're still struggling with that number. No.
Wish we did.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was struggling with that. But that's sort of all of the POSs that have been given out. And this, we have a long history here. A lot of you, some of you don't know the long history, but in that, over the time, there's been 806 POS positions that have been earned or been awarded to. And so that turns into the POS. And all of that is going to go out over the next 2 weeks. I think we're starting this week with those 806. And then we'll follow that up with the Miami crowd, because that came after. So the Miami attendees will get theirs as well, and that totals out to $226,875 in value of the gift itself. But the value of what the gift will be worth, or what the gift will produce, could be several $1 million to those who get this gift. And that is a delight for us to be able to announce and to share with you.
So are you saying it pays to go to our events?
Yeah,
Is that what you're saying?
I think that's
with
what I'm
these
saying.
Numbers right here?
If we look at these numbers, then yeah, everyone who's been to our events, you've profited by actually acquiring an asset that's going to pay you for the rest of your life. So that's one of the reasons why you want to come to a Boogie Gopher event.
Yeah, don't say it. Something's coming.
I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag.
Something's coming.
All right. So we want to address the founder's position that all Spain buyers are in, and we haven't talked about it in a long time. You know, there's continuous questions that come over time. Understand this. If we're not answering you, it's because we don't know yet.
Yeah.
Why don't we know yet? Because we haven't actually gotten to that place to establish what it will be, and you'll understand that on the updates on how much our company has changed and what we've had to do to line up what we were to what we are now. So the Spain 1% will be honored in some way or fashion. We just don't know exactly how that will be. And we will have meetings and look at what that value really is. And then we will find the way to actually award that to all of the people who bought Spain. Second, we had the first 500 in UK.
Remember that promo?
Yeah.
That was a while ago.
So first 500 UK will get 1% of turkey volume. Okay, that's not the bird turkey, that's the country turkey.
Yes.
You like that little
Yeah, I like
little joke?
It's a nice,
So that also is another one that's on the table for us to sort of discuss. So all of these things are things that haven't been on top of the list for our priorities. We've obviously had a lot of other priorities, which you're seeing now that we're starting to deliver and get to that place of really being able to get past the biggest parts to this.
And a lot of you guys thought we forgot about all this. We have
Yeah,
not.
you thought we
We
forgot.
have not. We have not.
And
So,
again, this one, oh, this has come to us over and over and over again.
yes.
So we started this other free gift, which was 4 free airdrops of Phoenix token. We got halfway through that. I think we had something in the middle of there where there was some sort of issue with an attack on the site, and they kind of pulled back and they thought how to do this without having an issue of security. So it stopped in the middle. Some of you got like 1, some of you got 2, some of you got the 3rd one, you didn't get the 4th one. All of that's going to be resolved. It will happen over the next couple of weeks. We're trying for, and I'm going to get back to this thing with IT and what we're saying as far as timelines. Pre-launch Avalanche was the 5-cent deal. I think we're at 70%, and in the next 2 hours, I'm told that will be completed. So those of you who are in that deal, from what they're saying from IT and the finance department, is that is completing today. So I'm myself looking at my wallet, and when I look and it's not there, I check with them again. I just called Hakan and say, what's the status? He said it's starting in the next hour or so and will be completed today. So congratulations for everyone to get in on Phoenix at 5 cents.
Huge.
That's amazing.
Nodes beta.
Okay, well, this is something that was added. Okay, so Nodes beta Phoenix tokens. So we went from beta to live, and we're covering that in our big update on what's going to happen next. But there's a math and calculation that goes into the vesting contract, and then the vesting contract will reflect that. And so what happens both in the vesting contract and the node is there's going to be an admin panel that will give you your data. It will tell you everything that's going on. Now, these are all things that are being built or will be built. And again, in a minute, I'm going to explain that part. Miracle Cash, nodes live, Daily Phoenix. So we got nodes that are live, being paid every single day. And it's reached somewhere around $1 worth of Phoenix. And I tell everyone, don't sell your Phoenix, hold on to your Phoenix, because that dollar could be $10. You hold it for the next 12 to 24 months. So that's an exciting position to be in, because the way some of my friends who made millions in nodes was they waited, they held on to their tokens and they waited, and then they sold the tokens at a higher price.
Not investment advice.
Not investment advice. It's just the strategy that they do. Miracle Cash and more new website. Okay, so let's talk about this. So we're not a huge company yet.
Not yet.
So
Yeah.
we have a certain amount of IT hours at our disposal. And with everything we're doing, if you look at everything we're doing, we look like we are a huge company and we should have 100 or 200 in the IT department.
Yeah.
But, that's not yet available to us because we have to grow to a certain place to be able to afford to have that many.
And we have to
So-
prioritize those hours.
100%, we have to prioritize those hours, and then we'll set certain timelines for when we, who are not actually doing the work, want it done.
Yeah.
And we'll say, we want this done here, we want this done here. But then when it comes down to the actual work, everyone knows this or should know this. Technology is unpredictable. When you build, you're writing code. When you write that code, it interacts with other code. You don't know what happens until you actually test and until you actually use it. And when you do end up using it and you end up testing it, there are issues, always some issues that you have to go back and you have to fix and you have to get to completion. And it's an unpredictable science because a code on paper versus a code in real life, when you press that button, it's supposed to do this. Well, they wrote it so that it does that, but then when it interacts maybe with something else, there's maybe something they didn't think of, there's something that is unpredictable, and then when they see it and how it operates, then they can go in and fix the things that are not working. So if they're working on something, and then they have issues that are unexpected or more than they thought in their estimation, then the next project obviously gets pushed further down because it's the same team doing everything that we're doing. It's the same people.
Yeah.
So we say, okay, we're going to do this on this date and do this in this date. And then it's like, okay, this thing ran amok, this thing happened, this challenge, and, or maybe they're waiting for this third party to do this so they can do that. That is the real life of actually doing something like this. Every day we wake up, something could be different. In your personal life, if you plan on sailing on Friday, you wake up in the morning and the weather is crazy, you're not going to go out on that boat because the weather didn't allow it. In our business, we can wake up the next day and we can actually see something that changed or something we saw or realized because we did something else. And in that moment, we could say, oh, we should do this project here, and we need to move this a little bit further out because it's better for the company to make this move than to make that move.
Constantly like moving chess pieces.
Yeah, usually these things happen internally.
Yeah.
Because you have companies that'll come in, you go out, you look for funding, you get $10 million, they put $10 million into the company, you have a schedule with those investors every quarter, you report your numbers, you report your challenges, you report your successes, you report your status, and then, maybe you have another round of funding and you do the same thing over again. And this is normal, this is kind of how it works. In our environment, it's different because we have a different type of funding. And this group requires more information in a different way. So then we end up, updating on these internal things that have always changed for companies, will always change for companies, will never stop changing for companies. And it's normal everyday life where things change a million times. But when we actually put it out there, and we do that because there's questions, and there's an appetite for information. And so we do that, and it's no longer internal. And your experience with public information is usually from companies who've been around for 30 years. And when Apple says they're going to release iPhone 15 on this date, they'll do it. But why is that? Because it's already done.
Yeah.
They've already built it. It's already done. They didn't get people asking, well, which part of the iPhone are you building now? Are you adding the camera on Thursday, or are you doing this work on,
When is the screen going?
Yeah. So they have the luxury of not reporting anything. That phone could have been delayed 12 months for all we know, because internally they may have had a date 12 months before the actual launch, and they had all problems that every company has. And then once it was done, they've tested it, it's finished, all of the problems have been worked out. Then they announce, okay, iPhone 15 comes out March 3rd and it's January 5th,
Yeah.
you know? Because it's 3 months and then they know it's done and it actually launches on that date. So that is the reality of what we live with this type of funding model. And it's just, you know, how it is. It's the life that we live. And so anyway, hopefully this was good for you guys, because these are the things that we have been working on a long time ago. We haven't talked about them in a long time. Maybe some of you thought, okay, well, they're not gonna, you know, they're not gonna honor that, but we're honoring every single thing that we've done and that we've offered to everyone is honored, will be honored, and we will never not honor something that we have actually offered to you guys. So with that, please watch for the time when we're going to do the big update. Make
We'll
sure
make an
you
announcement.
stay.
We'll make an announcement.
Yeah,
when
make
it's
sure
ready.
you get to the end of it, because it ends in an amazing way.
Yeah.
And
Okay. Get everyone on your teams when
Yeah.
when we post this.
there's something at the end that will
Yeah.
make you very happy.
Yeah,
So.
very happy.
Okay, so that's it. We'll wrap this up, and we'll see you guys in a little bit, and hope you're having a great day today.
All right. God bless, guys. Have a great day.